As you know, change can be hard, but sometimes we have to do it to get a better handle on our health, relationships, and careers. Joining us for today's Morning Motivations is author and blogger Caitlyn Scaggs. Good morning, Caitlyn.
Good morning.
Thank you so much for coming in today. It's been a while.
It has been a while.
Yes.
I've missed everybody, so it's really good to be back. So thanks for having me.
I know. Well, you know, it's springtime. It's a time of renewal and change, and that's what we're talking about this morning. And change can be a tricky thing. It can be a scary thing, but it's often a necessary thing.
Absolutely. Well, it's often difficult to come to that moment where you realize it's time to take action.
Right.
So that's what I'm excited to talk about today is how do you know you need to take a step forward and actually make that change?
And that's a really important question because, you know, you may be like, well, I'm thinking about doing something different. I'd like to, you know, do it, but I don't know if this is the right time.
Absolutely.
Or what is that little nudge that you get?
Well, there's this mantra that I've been thinking about a lot lately. It's so simple, but it's nothing changes if nothing changes. It's simple, but really think about that. If you hear yourself complaining about the same thing over and over again, but you take no steps to course correct, nothing's going to change. It's not going to come about spontaneously. So the little mantra is about taking self-ownership for the things you wish could be different in your life.
Yeah, and I love that word self-ownership because, you know, you can't obviously control all aspects of your life, but you can control a lot. And you had a personal experience that you shared with me in an email the other day. Talk a little bit about that.
Yeah, so back in January, I realized that something I had loved to do as far back as I can remember, which is run, just daily running.
Good for you.
Well, I do. I love it. But I didn't love it in January. And it wasn't the weather. It was that everything hurt. I felt achy. I felt tired. I felt sluggish. And I was like, this isn't fun anymore. And it's been fun my whole life. I complained about it to my husband enough times that I all of a sudden heard myself complaining and was like, okay, time to do something different or stop complaining, like you're at a crossroad. So the something different. It wasn't anything major. It was not like I flipped everything on its head and made these huge life-changing decisions. I got new running shoes that were more supportive, right?
Simple.
I started drinking more water to hydrate better, also simple. And then I started seeing a chiropractor. All three of those things started to make me feel better, and the better I felt, the better I ran. And now my mileage is up, I'm running faster, I'm feeling better. And it was little changes because I knew nothing changes if nothing changes.
If nothing changes. And these don't have to be monumental things that you're doing. You can do just little baby steps at a time. Because I think sometimes we hear the word change, we think, oh, this has got to be huge, but it really doesn't. And it can be in, you know, personal things like your running as well as career changes, things like that.
Yeah, across all areas of life we can do this. And truly the little changes help us build habits. And habits are what make the change sustainable for the long haul. Because, you know, we're now talking in April. It's been since January, and this is consistent now since that time. So it's not that I did it for 1 week and it was great, and then I fell back into old habits. There is a new habit that I'm able to continue forward now. It feels good, and it does feel good to take ownership. When we were talking about self-ownership, to know I recognized a problem, I put a solution in place. So I hope that our viewers can do the same.
So too. Yeah, and you're a great inspiration, and you look great and look fit, so it's working for you. I love it. Thank you, Caitlyn. Thank you so much for coming in this morning. Well, you can always get inspiration from Caitlyn anytime from her website featuring her blog and a link to her book called Worth It and Wonderful. I've got a link with the story on our website. Just click on Morning. Stay with us. More news and weather coming after this break.